I can help them to grow their business also. So I will say this, if you want to be part of a free mastermind class, well, thank you. And I can't even tell who's on the line with me, but I appreciate that heart. Every Sunday, we are doing a free mastermind class on skills that you can apply to your business in order to rank up, level up, and grow. And that's 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to do a little recap here before I jump into the lifestyle prospecting piece of what we've been covering in this mastermind class that is free and you can be a part of. So the first week we covered, she covered the customer avatar and what exactly that is. So a customer avatar is that person that you are really targeting to, who should be inside your business, right? The reason why you want to find people who are specifically looking for the products and services that you have is because you know what? You probably don't want to spam your friends and family. You don't want to make those lists of 100 people that you're going to reach out to. You don't want to chase people down. You definitely aren't. Even though I'm going to talk about lifestyle prospecting, it's still not a matter of trying to chase people and hunt people down in grocery stores or coffee shops. So when you can find out who your avatar is, that person who is specifically looking for the product or service that you have, that's going to grow your business exponentially. We talk about itchy buyers. And so we'll be able to share with you exactly how to find those itchy buyers. So, when you know exactly who your target market is, we want to make sure that you are empowered to understand who your target market is and know how to find those people who want the products and services and how to really connect with them. That's the important piece, is the connection with them. Because people, as we know, only do business with those they know, like, and trust. All right, so week number 2, we were talking about Instagram and how you can grow your business through Instagram. So we had on a specialist, and she was providing the latest tips and tricks and techniques on how to use Instagram to effectively build your business. And Instagram is a whole nother market that is huge and fabulous. And when you do it the right way, you can see exponential growth. And then this past Sunday night, we covered how to identify who your targeted audience is and how to use social media to find them. So knowing what those social media profiles are is absolutely crucial to your business. So they walk through step by step how you can find those people who, maybe you have a skincare or makeup business. How do you find where those people are hanging out and how do you connect with them? Or maybe you have a weight loss business. How are you finding those people who are looking for the products and services you have versus just spamming people out on social media and hoping that somebody you're randomly connected with is going to need your product or service? So there has been so much great feedback about that mastermind program. And I'll tell you what, it's not too late to get in. So if you're sick of feeling like you're, reaching out and you're hearing crickets, or you're tired of following up with people who aren't interested in those types of shenanigans, I'm going to include the links so that you can join this free mastermind group. It's not too late. You can easily catch up, and you can learn just, what the techniques to use and start learning how to do this professionally with your business and how to look professional in your business. So I'm going to link those links in the comments after I finish this video, and hopefully you can up your skills and your techniques to growing and building your online business. So let's talk about lifestyle prospecting to grow your business. And this does not mean that you're hanging out in the grocery stores or outside the grocery stores waiting to pounce on people who have randomly, they're just trying to enjoy their day of shopping. Lifestyle prospecting is different. And one of the things that I learned early on in my business was that, get out of your house, because everybody there knows exactly what you're doing anyway, right? And what I want to share and mean by that is don't spend all of your time sitting on social media trying to simply promote the business, the product, the service that you have, because what are the statistics? Only like 4 to 7% of the people on your social media that you're connected with are going to see your posts anyway. So if you're connected to 3,500 people on social media, 4 to 7% is just a very small portion who are seeing your commercial, if you will. So how do you connect with people while you are out and about? And the reason that I decided to choose doing this today is I feel is just kind of apropos. I brought my vehicle in for service today, and it's at a luxury car dealership. And, thankfully, through my network marketing business, I've been blessed, my team and I, with earning a luxury car. So here I am today, again, at the service center. And 3 years ago, I think it was, I was here. And I was sitting in the concierge area. It's absolutely gorgeous. They spoil you with food and, coffee and water and all those fabulous things. So as I was sitting here, instead of spending my time messaging people and hearing crickets on social media, I decided to look around, get my face out of my phone, and I started to create conversation with the people that were around me. And I wasn't creepy about it. And what I noticed is there was a person who was providing the service for the dealership. And so she was the concierge of the dealership. And so I got to know her. She was such a delightful person. And this is what I want to share with you as it relates to lifestyle prospecting. Your goal isn't to make a sale by connecting with someone. Your goal is to build a relationship with somebody. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. So I started building the relationship with the concierge that was here. One of the things I noticed, it was her birthday. They had a big thing in the back area. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And so we just started talking as human beings. And that's the key point. Talk to people as human beings. So some of the questions that I ask people, because you're like, well, what am I supposed to ask people? How do I even start the conversation? So it was so easy. Hey, it's your birthday. What are you doing to celebrate your birthday today? What is your family doing with you? So one of the do's about lifestyle prospecting is get to know them. And one of the don'ts is, and this one ties to the family side of things, is don't ask someone, well, how many kids do you have? There's a lot of reasons not to ask that question. Maybe they've chosen not to have a family. Maybe they have tried to have a family and it's not in the cards for them. So instead of asking, well, how many kids do you have? You might say, well, what are you doing with your friends and family to celebrate your big day? And that they'll tell you then if it's them and their dogs or them and their significant other or them and their kids, they're going to share, and that's going to open up conversation for a whole lot of other topics that you can tap into, right? So I don't remember exactly what she was going to do for her birthday, but I do recall she was spending it with her family, which included her daughter. So boom, 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 I learned that she had a daughter. Okay, so with that, I was able to find out, well, you know what? One of the questions that probably came up was, how old is your daughter and what are some of the fun things that you guys do together? So now I can find out some interests about their family. And I did find out that her daughter was going to be attending college the next year. She was still in high school, just had high school pictures taken. So now I have a little bit of more information about them. All right, so other questions that I ask are, so how long have you been working here? And what are some of the things that you love about working here? I always think when you are lifestyle prospecting, to get to know them, think of family, occupation, it's the FORM method. Family, occupation, recreation, and I forgot my M, or Ford. There we go. Dreams. What do they dream and aspire to do? There you go. The Ford methodology. So family, I already hit that off. Who are you celebrating your birthday with? And then occupation. Okay, so you work here, and how are you liking working here? How long have you worked here? You want to find the pleasure in what it is that they do, but then say, you've been, maybe she hasn't been here all that long, so I found out that she had come from California, but was originally from Canada. So I'm just getting to know that. Now, depending on where your business is growing, you can then link what you do to who they are, right? So my business personally has expanded into Canada, so I could then say, oh my gosh, my business has expanded into Canada. Do you still have friends and family up in Canada? Yeah? Okay, well, how long have they been there? So you can just ask questions. I do know about Canada that Canada is culturally a little bit different. So I can say I would love to reconnect with you later, because I'd love to find out more about how to connect with people who are in Canada. So that can lead to a follow-up conversation later if you don't have that time to talk with them right then and there. So I asked again how long they had lived in California and what caused them to move from California to here in Colorado, and how are they liking it here? What are the things they like the most? What do they miss about California? Then again, back to her job. So what are you liking about working here? What do you love the most about what you do here? What do you find is the most challenging thing about what you do here? So you can find pain and pleasure in their situation. That again, not everybody needs the product or service that you are offering, but you can, through just learning about people, find out if they might have a need for the product or service that you particularly offer. But the goal of your conversation is not to sell them something at the end of the conversation. It's just to build relationship. It's just to build trust so that you can have further conversations later. So recreation. Well, what do you guys like to do on the weekends for fun? That's another great do, to not ask the question whether or not you have kids. Now, do ask, well, what do you do on the weekends for fun? Because you're going to either connect with them personally, and maybe they love to go hiking or snowboarding. And hey, you're looking for a partner to go hiking with or cycling with, or they like plants or they like music and you're looking for somebody to go to concerts with. Great, you're building a friendship with these people. The don't, again, is asking if they have kids. They're going to share with you whether or not they have children based on what they do on the weekends. Because with my family, as you can probably see, we might be dirt biking, we might be snowboarding, we might be at a basketball game or gymnastics meet, who knows? But that opens the door to having some common interests. And guess what? If somebody does have kids and they share that they were at a gymnastics meet or at a sporting event of any kind, club sports are expensive. And you can create conversation around club sports. And oh my gosh, isn't it expensive? And I found that it was, more than a car payment for having my kids go to all of these, activities. Are you finding the same thing? And how are you going about affording all of these crazy activities that they're in? So you can find information out by asking the right questions and just getting to know people. So at the end of the day, or at the end of your conversation, ask them to simply, I would love to simply connect with you online and keep in touch. Are you on social media of some kind? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? We can connect there. Maybe we can share some ideas on how to save money when it comes to our kids' activities. So whip out your phone and connect with them on social media. And that's a very non-intrusive way of building relationships. Now, what's going to happen is they'll also ask you as well, what is it that you do for a living? They usually ask that question, and you can share very briefly what it is that you do. And then they're going to see what you do through social media. But when you get on